What up, moviegoers? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with my latest movie review. This week, I'm reviewing Bullet to the Head, starring Sylvester Stallone and Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. He was in the Conan remake, and he's in Games of Thrones, or whatever that shit's called. I just went to see this last night. Want to give you my review. Hopefully, save you a ticket if it's not going to be your cup of tea based on my review, or lead you in the right direction if it is something you would like to see. Personally, I'm an action film junkie. I like martial arts films. I like cheesy 80s action. So this was right up my alley. That being said, I enjoyed the film. And Stallone's getting up there in age. He's probably 70, might be 70 or around 70, something around there. But he's in tremendous shape. And we kind of get the throwback, nostalgic, vintage Stallone, like Cobra Stallone. There's some one-liners in the movie. They're about to have their last showdown. The guy throws the axe on the ground, tells Stallone to pick it up. And he says, "What are we, fucking Vikings?" There is one part in the movie that's mad corny. There's a scene, I'm not trying to spoil it, but I don't think this will spoil too much. There's a scene where the bad guy calls Stallone, and he's like, if you harm her, I'll beat you with a rock. I just thought that was kind of corny. But it's a solid action movie. It's a solid action-packed ride. So if you're going in there with that mindset, I think you shall enjoy it. And as far as the plot's concerned, it's nothing vastly unique or original. There's other movies, I can think of a couple movies off the top of my head with similar plots. It takes place in New Orleans. There's a lot of corruption. Stallone plays a mercenary, hitman for hire type. His partner gets killed. Hopefully that's not too much of a spoiler. And they try to kill him. They don't succeed. He wants revenge. He wants to know why his partner got killed. He was actually growing fond of his partner and enjoyed working with him. His partner gets killed. And he wants answers. He wants to know who set him up. So he's searching for the bad guy. Through the course of that, he gets teamed with an unlikely partner who's an Asian by the book cop. And that's basically the premise of this movie. They team up because they're in it for the same purpose. So they team up for the greater good. Even though they're from different worlds, they team up to go after this bad guy. And the director, Walter Hill, has also directed 48 Hours and another 48 Hours. So just for you film movie buffs, you'll know that 48 Hours was kind of groundbreaking because it paved the way for a lot of future movies. Rush Hour, Shanghai Noon, just the movies, Lethal Weapon, just different movies where you've seen unlikely people paired up. The Hard Way is another one, Michael J. Fox and James Woods. And I think Walter Hill, he kind of set the tone for that in 48 Hours when that came out. Because before then, you didn't really see, like, the partners kind of went together, like Batman and Robin. But in 48 Hours, you've seen Nick Nolte, who's kind of like, I don't play around, like, oh, god damn. And then you had the fast-talking jive, Eddie Murphy. And it was just an unlikely pair. And I think Walter Hill, with 48 Hours, really set the tone for future movies. And he kind of paved the way for future movies to use that same type of formula. And I think he did it again in this film, Bullet to the Head. Because Stallone's character, he's really been in and out of jail his whole life, tough as nails, doesn't play around. He doesn't care. He just wants the end result. He doesn't care how to get there. And then you get the Asian cop who wants to do everything by the book, read people Miranda rights and take them to jail and that kind of thing. So I think he used the same formula for this film. It's a fun film. It's an entertaining film. If you like action movies, this should be right up your alley. If you're fans of movies like Death Warrant or Bloodsport, Commando, Red Heat, Tango and Cash, Demolition Man, if any of these sound familiar, Above the Law with Steven Seagal, if you're a fan of those type of action movies, this should be right up your alley, and I think you'll enjoy it. If not, then I suggest probably waiting until it comes on Redbox or Netflix or something like that. You just have to know what type of moviegoer you are. Me, when I go to see movies, I take a movie for what it's worth. When I went to see Bullet to the Head, I wasn't really expecting Oscar caliber acting performance or character development or anything like that. So if you're going into this film with that mindset, then it's not really going to work. I would suggest go see Daniel Day-Lewis play Abraham Lincoln, or go see Quentin Tarantino's Django if you're looking for something with all around wardrobe and set and cinematography and great acting, that kind of thing. This is just a fun film just to watch if you're an action film junkie and you just want to be entertained and don't really want to have to think. The action sequences were great. Kudos to the sound crew. Whoever did the sound, they really were impressive. When they were doing the fight sequences, they're throwing body shots and all kinds of punches and axe fight scene. And the sound was really good for this film. it sounded like the punches really hurt, like you were really there. So kudos to that. And again, it's just a fun film. Jason Momoa, he's 6'5". I liked his character. He's a real imposing, big Hawaiian actor. For you guys that know, he was in Game of Thrones. He also played in the Conan remake. He's married and has kids with Lisa Bonet, who's the Cosby Kid. And I liked his character too. He also played a mercenary, but he was the bad guy. So you get to see an axe fight, which is something we don't see all the time in action movies. You see gunfights, fist fights, knife fights, but you don't always get to see the villain and the good guy go at it with axes. So again, if you like action movies and you don't want to have to think and you just want something just to relax and watch, I would recommend this film. For that reason, I give this film a B. If not, if you're looking for something deeper with more substance, then I would skip this one and maybe wait till it comes on video. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of this film. Did you like it? Did you hate it? If so, why? Make sure you guys leave comments and subscribe. And until next movie review, it's your boy Ego signing off.